This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the LD Micro main event in Bel Air, California, 2015. I have with me Hank Lambert, PURE Bioscience. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is PURE, P-U-R-E. Hank, welcome back to SNNLive.
Thanks, Shelley. It's great to be with you.
It's good to have you back. Tell our audience all about PURE, if you would, in a brief overview.
PURE Bioscience has a unique antimicrobial technology that is positioned as a food safety solution. Today we are selling our antimicrobial technology, silver dihydrogen citrate, or SDC, as a food contact surface disinfectant, addressing pathogenic contamination in restaurant chains and food processors. And we are also under regulatory review for a formulation which will be used as a processing aid or intervention in the processing of fresh poultry as well as produce.
Now, Hank, this week it's been all over the news that there's an E. coli breakout that got as far as Costco and Starbucks. We're not kidding around anymore. This is major. Could you help that situation?
Absolutely. And what you're referring to, Shelley, is unfortunately the growing occurrence of foodborne illness outbreaks tied back to either restaurant chains or food processors. The leading foodborne illness causes are Listeria, E. coli, Salmonella. Our technology kills a broader range of these pathogens faster than any other technology in use in the market today. So we could absolutely be of assistance and provide a solution to these restaurant chains and food processors as they address the risks of foodborne illness outbreaks being associated with their brands and the resultant significant economic impacts both on the company as well as on the individuals involved.
But Hank, you know, it's in the news every day, every week. And what I'm thinking about is it that it's just getting more media coverage than it ever has before, or is it really occurring that much more?
I think media coverage is certainly part of it, and it's certainly the methodologies that the Centers for Disease Control have for detecting and tracing foodborne illness outbreaks are much more sophisticated today than they've ever been. But I also think that what these outbreaks are pointing out is that these companies are not following the best food safety practices and protocols within their operations, and they're also using chemistries as disinfectants or processing aids that are not effective or not fully effective. And we're seeing the impact of that, and we believe we have a solution to that with our SDC.
So until you get in the market, what are they doing now?
Well, today they're typically using very highly toxic chemistries like quaternary ammonia or chlorine in the case of food contact surface disinfection or sanitization. In food processing for direct food contact, they're using peracetic acid, Sonova, again, chlorine. These are highly toxic, and as you can see from the increasing number of outbreaks, they're not completely effective. And in fact, by the USDA's own statistics, 28% of the poultry, raw poultry sold to consumers and restaurants contains some level of salmonella contamination. This is not acceptable. The USDA has as their top priority their Salmonella Action Plan, and they have a target of reducing the maximum acceptable percentage of salmonella in raw poultry to 15%, basically cutting it in half. Current chemistries in use are not able to do that. We believe we can do that, and through extensive testing, we've shown that we can reduce salmonella in the processing of poultry to below detection levels.
Let's look at the upcoming 2016. Where do you think PURE will be?
The exciting thing for us, Shelley, is that we're right on the verge of gaining the regulatory approvals that we need to commercialize SDC as a processing aid for poultry and produce. We're calling the product PURE Control. we will be getting, we have an effective date from the FDA for our poultry food contact notification of December 18th, and from the FDA for produce processing, use of SDC in produce processing of January 7th. Once we get the FDA's approval for poultry, we then have to get USDA approval, and we expect to have that by the end of the first quarter of 2016. So we'll be in the market with Pure Control, our processing aid product, by the end of the first quarter for both poultry and produce processing.
Let's give our audience of investors a website for them to find out more information about Pure.
It's PURE Bio, PUREBIO.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hank Lambert, PURE Bioscience, publicly traded company, and the symbol is PURE. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the LD Micro main event in Bel Air, California, 2015. Hank, always good to see you.
Thank you, Shelley. Appreciate your having us on.